I tell clients all the time, you know, because the anxieties and the assumptions and trying to feel prepared when they go into conversations that they know are going to make them feel uncomfortable. There's this kind of desire to play the tape through. And if I say this, what are they going to say? And if I
Yeah.
say that, then what am I going to say if they say this? Like there's this constant trying to like map things out. And I'm like, you know, you're spending a lot of effort to try to plan for something that you can't possibly be correct about. So instead of doing that, focus on this like it's a paper, like there's a thesis. What do you want to make sure that you communicate with the other person in the context of this conversation? Keep it simple, one or two things, nothing more than that. And make sure that you set the tone that you want to have in the introduction to this conversation with somebody else. Be
Right.
calm, be in control of your body, be in control of your breath, be in control of your thoughts. If you set the tone at the beginning and you know kind of what your North Star is with that, with the statement, with the vibe that you wanted to set at the beginning of that, if you feel yourself getting pulled out of your character because something that someone says makes you react, you know what your North was. You can remind yourself of your North if you can be in control of your body enough to redirect.
Well, and reactive communication is the most challenging and difficult. We talk in collaborative problem solving, planful
Yeah.
communication. So we're planning. We're literally taking a sheet out that has a lot of prompts on it to kind of
Mm.
organize our thoughts. And actually, one of the most important things on that organizer is who's having the conversation, where are you having that conversation, when are you having the conversation, and what are you doing while having that conversation? Because those are all
Right.
really important things. Like, how can I create an environment of safety where people are going to be willing to have this conversation, listen, and try to solve a problem? And that's
Well, and when
really
you were
important.
talking about like permission to communicate, asking for permission before we communicate with other people, just
Right.
by asking this simple question of, hey, I have something I need to talk to you about. It's probably going to take about 10 minutes.
Are
Have
you
time
okay
now?
with
Do you
that?
have
Yeah.
brain space now? Do you have the ability now? Or do you want to wait? It's absolutely not earth shattering. You let me know what you need. And just that simple amount of respect that we give to other people
Right. Well, and I
with
always
in
think,
and of itself can create safety.
right. And I always think it's kind of this assumption we carry in a world that like our emergency is everybody else's emergency. You know, the expectations we put on other people without their
Mhm.
knowledge. Like my
Yeah.
expectation I put on you is that you're gonna drop everything that you're doing, regardless of how
Mhm.
important or unimportant it is, and tend to me.
Mhm.
And then if you don't, then there's something wrong with you, and you know that can get us into a lot of trouble.